Good morning, students. We'll now discuss about the Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3 and Unit 5 in Electrical Power Transmission System subject. Now we go for the another unit, that is 4th unit, Power System Transients and Traveling Waves. How the transient will be occurred in the power system, and also what are the types of transients and what are the causes of transients, what are the causes occur of transients in the power system. All these will be discussed in this video. So subject is electrical power system, electrical power transmission system. Topic is transients, types of transients, propagation of surges, traveling waves and wave equations. So introduction to transients. When a transmission line is connected to a voltage source, the whole of the line is not instantly energized. That means sometimes it may elapse between the initial value and final steady state values. It may traveling in between initial value and final value. That means the peak value of voltage or maybe a current maybe increases suddenly. So this is due to the disturbance of the parameters of the transmission lines. So what are the transmission line parameters? It may be a resistor, inductor, capacitor. So resistor will be neglected. So remaining two, that is inductor and capacitor. So because of these two, time elapses between the initial value and final steady state values. So the parameters inductor and capacitor may be disturbed. The process is similar to the voltage waveform also. Whenever the parameters of transmission line will be unevenly changed such that may be effect on the voltage waveform or current waveform, which travels along the length of the line at a certain velocity. The traveling voltage wave is also called as surge. Surge is nothing but the voltage wave traveling with some speed. There is nothing but surge. And this surge may be occurred because of switching voltages or lightning voltages. The voltage wave is always accompanied by a current wave. So the surge is nothing but uneven magnitude of voltage or uneven magnitude of current may reach the terminals, and it approaches such as cable boxes, transformers and also switch gears, and may damage them if they are not properly protected. So all these equipments does not protected. That means we cannot provide any protecting equipment for that auxiliary equipments. So this surge may reaches very rapidly, and then they disturb the operation of all these equipments. As the wave travel along the line, their wave shapes and magnitude are also modified. The surge may be traveling along the transmission line such that the magnitude of voltage, the magnitude of current will be changes enormously. So this is called distortion. The study of traveling waves helps for know the voltages and currents at all points in a power system. That means power system is nothing but insulators is there, protecting equipments is there, and terminal equipments also there. So all these may be protected. That means may be designed. The design of insulators, protecting equipment, Installation of the terminal equipment and overall installation coordination is also possible. Generally, power system, a balanced three-phase power system may be operating under steady state conditions. However, practically it is not possible. Some transients are initiated due to the disturbances like switching surges or lightning surges, or and also occurrence of occurrence of short circuit faults. So all these things, that is nothing but switching surges or short circuit faults or lightning discharges, may result in current and voltage disturbances. That means higher voltages, higher magnitude as compared to the steady state value. That is the nothing but it may reach the very peak values, enormously increases the voltage magnitude that may damage the protecting equipment in the substation. Generally, what is transient? A small pulse. Transient is a pulse which is of very short duration but very high intensity and magnitude. So the duration is very short, but the magnitude and intensity is very high. So what is the example of transient, or good example of transient is the lightning occurring in the sky in the period of monsoon. So lightning occurring from the sky, so which is nothing but heavy discharge of current, having a magnitude millions of volts or millions of amperes. So that high magnitude of current or voltage may enter into the earth. So in between sky and earth, they may damage the so many equipments. This lightning wave travels along the length of the tree line for a certain velocity. So this may cause damage to the equipments connected to the all the systems, that is substation may connect it to the distribution and also transmission systems. The time period when transient voltage and current occur in the range of microseconds to milliseconds. There is nothing but duration, very short duration, that may be milliseconds to microseconds or microseconds to milliseconds. They may be occurring. The lightning may be discharged from sky to earth within a fraction of seconds, that is microseconds to milliseconds. Suppose going to the another example, that is opening the circuit breaker or ground fault on line in equipment, etc. That means you have to opening the circuit breaker abruptly, that may damage the or that may causes the transient occurs in the power system. So main example is lightning stroke coming from the sky to the earth. Second one is opening the circuit breaker abruptly. So that may cause to produce the transient in the power system transmission system. And also another example is ground fault on the line, or it may be a ground fault on the equipment. All these things will be good examples of transients. Insulation of the equipment get punctured due to this high voltage. That means breakdown. The insulation of the equipment, it may be insulator, or it may be a lighting arrestor, or it may be any equipment. The equipment insulation may be breakdown such that they may flash over. What is meant by voltage surge or transient voltage? Voltage surge is nothing but increase in voltage more than the maximum value. So increase in voltage for a very short duration in a power system is called voltage surge or transient voltage. So this voltage surge may comes to the earth or may comes to the transmission line with a few microseconds only. But due to it, there is much increase in voltage of the transmission system. So that enormous increase in the transmission voltage may cause to damage the equipments connected to the transmission system. There are so many causes of occurring of voltage surges, that may be external causes or it may be internal causes. What are the external causes is nothing but lightning in the sky, lightning surges coming from the sky, that is the external causes. What is the internal cause? Switching surges are faults, short circuit faults. These are the internal causes occurring of transients in the transmission system. So external cause is lightning coming from the sky. Flashover occurs over the insulators due to the voltage surge, and the equipments like generators, transformers may get damaged. All these, it may be external cause or it may be internal cause. Totally transient may occur in the transmission system. At that time, the flashover occurs over the insulators, so such that the equipments like generators, transformers may get damaged. So this is the transmission line waveform. So this is the voltage waveform. This is the crest value, that is maximum value, EM. This is the average value. Now we are getting the maximum value whenever transient occurs in the transmission system with a fraction of time, that is T1. Total time is T2. The average value is maximum value by 2, that is EM by 2. This is the crest value, that is EM. So now the voltage value will be enormously increases and then decreases less than the average value also. It may increases more than the average value and it may decreases less than the average value. That is nothing but dip, voltage dip will be occurring. Voltage dip is nothing but the difference between the maximum value, crest value and minimum value. So this waveform is steep fronted, that means it reaches the peak value in a very short period T1. T1 time period, it may reaches the maximum value, EM. The value of T1 is very less, that is 1 to 5 microseconds only. So value of T1 is very less. So it may be less than 5 microseconds, otherwise 1 microsecond to 5 microseconds. Afterwards, the voltage decreases with reduced rate, and the time period T1 is called rise time. Now the time period during which the value of voltage reaches to the peak value is called rise time. Rise time is nothing but T1. T1 is nothing but it will reach the voltage value in maximum. After T1, the voltage value is reduces. The voltage value may becomes half of the maximum value that may occurred during the time period of T2. Voltage surge is indicated by the T1 by T2. If the rise time of the waveform 3 microseconds and the value of peak becomes half of the peak in 70 microseconds, then the surge is indicated as 3 by 70 microseconds. Like that we have to indicate the surge. Voltage surge is nothing but T1 by T2. So what is the rise time? That is the T1. We have to put in the numerator. And peak value becomes half of the peak value, that is the T2, put into the denominator. So for example, rise time is 3 microseconds and half of the average value is 70 microseconds. Therefore, the voltage surge is indicated as 3 by 70 microseconds. Now go for the types of transients are types of system transients. How the transients may classified? In generally, there is no another word. So speed of the transient. The wave, the surge wave will be traveling along the transmission line with some speed. So because of that speed, wave speed, the transients are classified into three waves, three types. First one, extremely fast transients. You can also called as surge phenomena. Second one, medium fast transients. You can also called as short circuit phenomena. And last one, slow transients. You can also called as transient stability. Now first we go for the ultra fast transient, that is extremely fast transients. These type of transients are caused either by a lightning surge or switching surges. That means we can call it as surge phenomena. So these transients or surges travel along the transmission line with a velocity of light. So what is the velocity of light? That is 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second in 1 millisecond. That means it travels 300 kilometers along the transmission line. So another type of transients are medium fast transients. These transients occur due to the short circuits. Short circuits occurring in the system. Because of short circuits, the abnormal behavior will appear in the transmission system. Otherwise, abnormal structural changes occurring in the system, power system. Another one is slow transient. These transients are electromechanical in nature that may cause mechanical oscillations of rotor of a synchronous machines. What are the causes of system transients is nothing but, as you discussed before slide, internal causes are there, external causes are there. External cause in the sense lightning surges, lightning surges occurring from the sky to the earth. Internal causes is nothing but short circuit faults or ground level faults or abruptly changes in the circuit breaker operation. That means we can abruptly opening the operation of circuit breaker. So first go for the external causes. A high voltage can be produced in the line by the traveling voltage wave produced due to the static charges in the addition of the dielectric stroke. That means whenever a lightning stroke will occurring from the sky to transmission line, a high voltage magnitude will be produced in the transmission line that may be that may cause to production of transients in the transmission system. Suppose there is a cloud with negative charges over the line. So this cloud will induce positive charges on the line, right? So there is a cloud in the sky that may having negative charges that may be occupying over the transmission line. At that time, that may induce that cloud, negative charged cloud may induce the positive charges on the transmission line. Suppose the strong wind blows, so the cloud will be shifted away from the line, so that the positive charges on the line will not remain bound and will become free and can travel on the two sides of the line. Look at the picture. There is a cloud, the cloud having negative charges that may produce positive charges in the transmission line. Whenever the wind will flows through the along to the transmission line, so this wind may move the cloud so far away from the transmission line. Now this positive charges so maybe produces traveling waves in the transmission system. The magnitude of this traveling wave is of 10 kV to 15 kV and it has the steep wave front. Characteristic of this wave as shown in the figure clearly. Due to internal causes, when there is a sudden change in the circuit conditions of the power system, oscillations are produced due to inductance and capacitance of the circuit, and there is increase in the system voltage. That means we have to sudden change in the circuit operation that may produce the oscillations in the voltage waveform or current waveform that may affect the values of inductance and capacitance in the transmission system. That means overall increase in voltage. This voltage is almost double the system voltage. So therefore, over the voltage due to internal causes is very less than the that produced due to lightning stroke. That means the voltage induced in the transmission system over the because of internal causes is very small compared to the external causes. Internal causes occurred due to the following reasons: switching surges, switching surges, arcing down, resonance. What is meant by switching surges? When switching operation is done in the power system with or without load, the voltage produced as a result of this is called switching surges. So that means we have to provide load or without load. A voltage is produced. So that is called switching surges. What is meant by arcing down? When neutral is not earthed in three-phase line and if line to ground fault occurs, there is no neutral is nothing but line to ground fault occurs. The phenomena of arcing ground occurs due to these oscillations. 3 to 4 times of the normal magnitude are produced. That may gives the transients. Resonance. When the inductive reactance of the line becomes equal to the capacitive reactance, then the net impedance of the line becomes 0 and it is equal to the resistance of the line. That means reactive part is cancelled. Therefore, net impedance is equal to the resistance. At that time, the series resonance occurs. If the distortion occurs in the waveform of the EMF, the harmonics are produced. So the values of XL and XC may becomes equal to the fifth or multiples of harmonics that may result in resonance. The over voltage is produced due to the resonance. There is nothing but transients occurred in the transmission system. Now what is meant by surge propagation? Surge is nothing but increased magnitude of voltage or increased magnitude of current. So surge wave are propagated at the velocity of light along the line conductor. That means surge waves are propagated velocity of light along the line conductor. On arrival at substation, equipment there is in get stressed. Rod gaps or surge arresters are provided for a necessary protection of these one. Waves are subjected to considerable attenuations due to the losses both in conductor and corona losses. So now traveling waves on transmission line. A transmission line is distributed parameter circuit, and a distinguishing feature of such a circuit is its ability to support traveling waves of voltage and current. Transmission line is shown in figure. It is taken lossless transmission line. A transmission line is not energized at all once. This is due to the presence of distributed constants. Here, when switch S is closed, the inductance L1 act as open circuit and C1 as short circuit instantaneously. So S is closed is nothing but L1 is open circuited and C1 is short circuited instantaneously. At the same instant, next section cannot be discharged because the voltage across the capacitor C1 is 0. So unless the capacitor C1 is charged to some value, charging of the capacitor C2 through the L2 is not possible, right? Which will take some finite time. So look at the figure once again. Whenever switch is closed, L1 is open, C1 is short circuited. Now because of this one, L2 is not operated instantly and C2 is not charged instantly. It will take some finite time. The same is applied to the third section, third L3 and L3 C3 and so on. So we can see that the voltages at the successive sections builds up gradually. This gradual build up of voltages over the transmission line, the conductors can be regarded as voltage wave. Totally voltage wave is traveling from one end to another end, and it is gradually changing the capacitances is due to associated as current waves, which is accompanied by a voltage wave. It sets up a magnetic field due to which reflection and refraction happen at a terminal and junction. Now the electrostatic flux, which is equal to the charge between the conductors of the lineup to a distance x is given by, we know that charge q is equal to velocity v into capacitor c x. Now current is given by I is equal to dq by dt, that is vc are the constant and x is the variable parameter, that's why I is equal to vc into dx by dt. So derivative of displacement is nothing but velocity. So I is equal to vc small v. This small v is the velocity, capital V is the voltage. Generally q is equal to cv, right? Q, the charge applied between the 2 points of the conductor is directly proportional to the voltage across the conductor or potential difference across the conductor. Q proportional to V, Q is equal to CV. Now with a distance x is nothing but Q is equal to CVx. Now current I is equal to dq by dt, CV dx by dt. Now displacement, the rate of change of displacement is nothing but velocity, that is nothing but CV small v. Here small v is the velocity of the traveling waves. Now electromagnetic flux linkages. So that is psi is equal to Li, psi proportional to I, right? Psi proportional to psi is equal to Li with a distance x is equal to psi is equal to Lix. Now voltage V is equal to Li into dx by dt, that is d psi by dt. Voltage is nothing but d psi by dt, that is Li into dx by dt. Again Li V taken as equation 2. divide the equation 2 by equation 1. V by I is equal to Li small v by Cv small v cancelled, and I by V into L by C. So V by I is equal to, so now rearrangement that equation, V square V by I whole square equal to L by C. V by I is equal to root L by C, that is equal to V by I in the sense, so Z impedance of transmission wave system or transmission line system is Z is equal to root L by C. Now multiplying the equation 1 and 2 once again. First of all, we have to divide the equation 2 by equation 1. Now we have to multiply. Vi is equal to LIV and CVV, that is VILC V square. VILC V square. Now V square, velocity square is equal to VI cancelled 1 by LC. So V small v is equal to 1 by root LC. So velocity of the transmission system or velocity of the travelling wave, V is equal to 1 by root LC meters per second. Very, very important for this. This is the wave equation. Very, very important. Now for overhead transmission line system, we know the L value. L is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln d by r Henry per meter. Already derived in the first unit. Inductance of single line transmission system. And capacitor 2 pi epsilon naught by ln d by r farad per meter. Now the velocity is 1 by root LC. L is 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln d by r into 2 pi epsilon naught by ln d by r. So ln d by r cancelled. 2 into 10 power minus 7 into 2 pi epsilon naught values. To substitute all these values, we are getting velocity of the overhead transmission system or velocity of the travelling wave is equal to 3 into 10 power minus 8 meters per second. That means velocity of travelling wave in transmission line is equal to the velocity of the light. So velocity of the light is also equal to 3 into 10 power minus 8 meters per second. That may be equal to the velocity of the travelling wave in transmission line. Thank you. So next class we discuss about the applications of transients, that is open-ended line and short circuit line and ended with cable, right? Thank you. So to see this video, please subscribe DBS Talks.